roll up a pour-up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Hey, look, right? This is gonna be about how you could be somebody's friend, but they ain't your friend. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I can guarantee you, if you in a friendship with a lot of people, I can guarantee you, at least half of them is not your friends like you they friends. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. You know, most of the time, it be the same ones that you came up with since day one. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Deal is, some people here for a reason, some people here for a season. You just got to take it for what it is and keep it moving. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. You know, what I'm going to tell y'all about is going to be about day one homies that I came up with since day one. So y'all know this ain't no bullshit. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Sometimes God just calls everybody to split up, you know, go your own ways. Sometimes you be a little too loyal to your homies, and God find a way to split y'all up. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, right? First thing first, I'm gonna start off with my first homie that flipped on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was being his friend, but he wasn't my friend. So the first homie I'm gonna tell y'all about, his name was Robbie. I'm from 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? Robbie was from Finkel, but he spent a lot of time on my block because he was family with some of my homies from the block. So he used to always be on the block with us, right? Well, with him always being on the block, he decided that, you know, he was claiming us. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing shit with us and all of that, you know. So that was our homie. You know, we claimed him. You feel me? Well, while we doing all of that, right? We getting real cool over the years. You know what I'm saying? He the homie. You know, he always on the block with us. You know, it's all love. You feel me? Even though he from a hood that we don't fuck with, but it was still all love. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we doing our thing. This is my homie. You know what I'm saying? We rocking. Like I said, he on the block with us. We on the block. You feel me? Well, he ended up getting his little girlfriend, right? And he the kind of nigga that don't get women like that. You know what I'm saying? So when he ended up getting his little girlfriend, he thought he was that nigga, you know. Come to find out, his girlfriend was a little wreck, right? Every time he brought her around, she was always up in my face. Every time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him, like, bro, your girl, whoopty whoop. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in the crew seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But he acting like he don't see what she doing, you know. But she all in my face every time. So anyway, he met this girl off the street. She was homeless. He brought her in, moved her in with him, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, she didn't have a phone. So what she would do is she would call me off of his phone. You know what I'm saying? I see his name come across my phone. I pick up. What's the deal? No, it's her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is you calling me for? And you calling me off of his phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just on my head, right? All right, fast forward the tape. Everybody on the block see this. We all know this. We all telling him this. He don't want to come to it. You know what I'm saying? He just acting blind. Like, bro, she just cool. She like everybody, blah, 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 all of this type of shit, right? So we like, dog, come on, man. Get it together. Tighten up, bro. Nah, this nigga, he motherfucking was on some bullshit, right? He letting her do whatever. All right, she doing what she doing. So couple months go down the line, right? We had a studio, where they'd be rapping and shit like that. The homies they'd get on the mic, get to rapping, making mixtapes, all type of shit, right? Well, they was at the studio, right? Told me to come through. I came through, right? He had this girl with him. It was him, two of the other homies, and his girl. This nigga, he decided he about to go leave and go to the county, get something to eat. It's like 3 in the morning, In Detroit, we got Coney Islands everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the Coney Islands is 24/7. So he like, yeah, we about to go shoot up to the county. Ooh, ooh. All right, cool. I'm about to leave back out the door. Girl, like, nah, I'm gonna just stay here with you. So I'm looking like, what? You know, he like, all right, cool. You can stay here with him, blah, blah, blah. So they went to the county. While they go to the county, girl all on my head the whole time. You know what I'm saying? All right. While she on my head, I'm like, why don't you tell your man what you be on? She like, oh, I don't care. I ain't scared of that nigga. Woo, woo. She like, matter of fact, I want to go back to your crib with you. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah. I'm like, well, tell him that. When he came back, she told him. He said, go ahead. It's like 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Went back to my house. I fucked her. I dropped her back off. He let her back in, all that shit, right? Well, later on down the line, of course, he found out I fucked this girl and all that. Nigga was mad at me. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped being my homie because he found out I fucked this girl. And it's like, nigga, you threw her to me. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? And she was on my head. She calling me off of your phone, all type of shit. And then you okay her to go to my house? Like, what type of time you on? Well, anyway, that was a time that proved that I was his homie, but he wasn't my homie. Because when he felt like I wasn't real to him, he stopped fucking with me. But the whole time, he threw her to me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on, right? I had another homie named Shine, right? Day one homie from the block. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, he was a couple of years younger than me. So by the time I turned 18, he was 15, right? When I turned 18, me and my crew, we all was the same age. So we all copped our first cars at the same time at 18. He was 15. He didn't have a car. Well, after we all got our cars, a couple months later, I bought a second car. You know what I'm saying? My homie Shine, he still ain't had no car. So what I do, I let him drive my first car that I wasn't even driving no more. I was driving the second car. So basically, I just parked the first car. You know what I'm saying? When I got my second car, I'm like, here, go ahead, get around, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Go whip for you. Mind you, he 15, he don't got no experience, nothing. His daddy was in prison, so basically he was, tied in with the crew like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was family of one of the homies out the crew. So it was what it was. I threw him a whip. It wasn't no bring it back to me at night, no hound him, none of that shit. He'd take the car home, go do whatever you want to do, all that. It was his car for like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? He got himself together. He was like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. Cool. I took the car back. I sold it. You know what I'm saying? He ended up buying him a car. Took off from there. This is my homie from the block. You know what I'm saying? Since we was kids. So I had his back all growing up, everything. Just saying, that's how we started off. Like, I instantly threw him a car right out the rip. You know what I'm saying? Just for being homies from the block. Well, this was some years ago, like 2017. You know what I'm saying? He had a crib, right? His own crib, no kids, no nothing, just him. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up at the time. So I asked him, like, let me move in with you. Let me get myself together with you. And I'm back out the door. The nigga declined. He smoking, playing. Mind you, this is my same homie. I threw him a car when he was 15. I threw him a whole car. You know what I'm saying? And the time came, years go down the line, he wouldn't even let me stay with him, when I needed it. And the crazy part is he used to throw these hoe parties all the time. Had the hoes over, all the homies over, popping bottles, smoking, all of that shit. Like he had the whole house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over there all the time. So it's like, why the fuck I can't move in? I'm always over here. You know what I'm saying? Just showed me that I was being his friend, but he wasn't being my friend. Because when I needed him, he smoked me. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with people you call your friends, because they really don't be your friends, man. You know. And I could go in the deep with it, but you ain't gonna do all that. Just know, I looked out for him when he was a little kid. His own daddy wasn't even here to do nothing like that for him. And I threw that to him, trusting him and everything. You know what I'm saying? And when I needed him, he played. When you they friend, but they ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying? Another one of my homies named Smooth, right? Me and him from the block, young, We grew up together. We got pictures together, all that. We did all that clubbing, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? This my homie, day one. You know? Fast forward the tape. It's around the time we doing bad. Me and him both down bad. Coming up with all these plays, trying to figure out a way to make it out our situation, so we can come up. So every day we building on shit. How we gonna do this? How we gonna make some money? How we gonna get up out this situation? I came with a good play. I'm like, let's hit these casinos. You know what I'm saying? He like, what you mean? I'm like, nigga, let's take a couple dollars down there, and just shoot our shot, I know how to shoot dice, you feel me? So I could be on the dice table, he could be on the blackjack table, shit like that or whatever. Like, we just got to shoot our shot, try and build us some money. And with the casino money is real fast money, So I'm like, let's do that. I'm strategizing everything, how we do the shit and all that. Nigga wasn't trying to hear nothing I was saying. Nothing. He's shooting down everything I'm throwing out there, right? Okay. Mind you, I did everything with him. Another one of my day one homies. We done been through the mud. We done went on leaks, missions, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We done did all that. Now I'm coming at him with a play to make some money. Legit, fast, all that. You know what I'm saying? Could triple the amount of money that you bet, all type of shit. He wasn't trying to hear it, right? So we was doing so bad that I hit a lick, right? And shit sent me to jail. So I did 90 days in jail, right? I get out 90 days later, right? I'm riding around town. Smooth called me, He like, man, I got something for us. I need you to pull up so I can holler at you, face to face about it. I'm like, all right, cool. I went and pulled up on him. He get in the car, right? He like, look, man. He like, this shit right here, it's gonna take us to the next level. We gonna be on. We gonna be straight. Everything gonna be good. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, all right, what's the play? He like, man, that dispensary, whoopty whoop, over there in my hood. It was a dispensary that was, blowing up. It was doing good. It was doing numbers and shit. He like, yeah, that dispensary, whoop, whoop. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He like, man, we gonna rob that bitch. What? Not robbing no damn dispensaries, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he came with. He like, man, I know them niggas soft, blah, blah, blah. They don't got no cameras in there. Them niggas don't got no guns, whoop-de-whoop. He like, me and you, we just gonna run in there with the guns. He like, I already got them for us, so you don't even gotta worry about this shit. He like, just be ready. We just gonna pull up, run up in that bitch. We gonna hold them niggas up, take their shit. I'm like, what the fuck they got? He like, man, I know in the register, they got at least 5 bands in there, and they got a couple of balls allowed, the kush, It's a dispensary. So he like, we could take the balls, and then we could take the cash out the cash register, and we get up out of there, and there'd be a little come up. I looked him dead in his face. I was like, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I just got out of jail. Like, you think I'm trying to go back to jail? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, rob a dispensary? Is you fucking crazy? And then it's just me and him. It ain't like we gonna have some guys outside to watch us, some getaway drivers, nothing. Just me and him. We gonna take on an undisclosed amount of niggas in this damn dispensary. 2 niggas, 2 guns. Hell no, nigga. And even if we might not even make it out of there. We might get killed in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going into their building, you don't know what's in there. He piggybacking off a nigga that that fuck with them. And the nigga saying, what they got behind the counter. A couple of balls and, a couple of bands in the cash register. So it's just a quick leak, them niggas some hoes. It's an easy robbery. This is how niggas get killed. Thinking they going on an easy leak and it's just gonna be some in and out shit and end up getting killed. Because you don't know who the fuck was in there and what type of time that they on. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to set a nigga up for the play, like, I'm not going for it. So I told him I wasn't doing it. Not happening. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, at this point, I got 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters to look after. And he had a daughter too. His daughter was like maybe a year younger than my youngest, And he was a big time daddy daughter too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is the play he came with. Was we gonna rob this dispensary and then, we'd just break bread and sell them balls and come up from there. I feel like you was trying to get my life took, so I cut him off. When I was being his friend, but he wasn't my friend. And he proved it right there. He didn't care nothing about my life. He was completely fine with me putting my life on the line where I can get killed or I can go to jail for a long time. He didn't give a fuck. I came to him with a straight legit play. Let's go do the casino. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. Fuck it. Grind up some more money. Let's try it again. Let's do that. Since nothing else is happening for us, let's just go ahead and gamble with the casino. We gamble with all this other shit out here and don't get nothing out of it. So why not gamble with the casino? Legit money. You don't got to write it off on your taxes, nothing. It's all on tape. You know what I'm saying? The payout, everything. So it's all legit cash and it's being recorded. You could turn around and take $100 in there and make 20 grand off $100. It can happen. You're not gonna do that nowhere else. So why not? Let's try that. Let's try our luck. Fuck it. We basically hit a wall. We don't know what we gonna do. Fuck it. Let's do this shit. It'll keep us out of jail. We won't go to jail unless we in there getting rowdy with them or anything other than that. We good. So why not do this? Nah, he wasn't with it. But he wanted me to go rob a dispensary. Rob a dispensary. Instead of going to the casino, if you lose a couple $100, you lost a couple $100. But you rather go rob a dispensary, put your life on the line for a couple of bands and some weed. We was gonna smoke that anyway. And them couple of bands, we could have made that in the casino. But you would rather put our life on the line for this shit. Not even nothing that's worth it. That ain't even worth it. Like, nigga, a couple of balls, we have smoked that. What the fuck is that? And then there's no guarantee what's in the cash register. We might get in there, do the whole play, boom, pop the register. It's probably $15 in that bitch. Then what? Then what? Because, you know, a lot of times these places make frequent drops. So that way their register is not overflowing with cash. For somebody to run in there and rob them and shit like that. They do frequent drops. Got to get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit got to go to a bank account somewhere. You just can't be having all that cash in the register like that. You got to make drops. So what if we run up in there after they made a drop? We hit them for $20 and 3 pounds of weed. And again, this is the new age of technology. They got cameras everywhere, license plate readers, all type of shit. We gonna get caught anyway, even if we would have got away with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of time you on? The nigga like, all right, well, I'm gonna still do it. And I'm gonna bring you back a pound for yourself. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna laugh this shit off, blah, blah, blah. Like, why you ain't just do that in the first place? Why you ain't just go hit that motherfucker by yourself? He came back, threw me a pound. You know what I'm saying? And we went from there. Why you ain't just do that? Why you tried to tag me into it? And you know I just got out of jail. That's because I was being his friend and he wasn't being mine. I had to cut him off. You know, he was trying to put my life in danger. I had to let him go. Can't do it. Another homie, my homie Quentin. Now, I told y'all about my clique. We are from the same hood. 7 Mile is the hood that we claim. 7 Mile running a long way, east to west. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bunch of different cliques on that hood, just like any hood in Detroit. But 7 Mile got the biggest clique in the city. You know what I'm saying? There's more people claim 7 Mile than anything in the city because 7 Mile run a long way. Anyway, with my clique, we was different from the clique that this guy Quentin was from. Now, my clique and his clique, we didn't fuck with each other, but we wasn't beefing with each other. We didn't mix. You know what I'm saying? He was the only nigga from his clique that mixed with us. And he used to be on the block with us every day. You know what I'm saying? When we was young. Like, he always been my nigga since middle school. You know what I'm saying? And our crews never aligned, but he fucked with us. You know what I'm saying? So he always was on the block with us. Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We hung out. We did shit together, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my nigga. Fast forward the tape, I get out of prison, all of that type of shit now. Me and him bump heads, meet up with each other. We, exchange numbers. We get to kicking it. Boom. Next thing you know, I went in this barbershop to get a lineup. I didn't even know Quentin was doing lineups. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call him Q. I didn't even know he was doing barber shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went in this barbershop in my hood one day to get a lineup. He was in there as a barber. I'm like, what the fuck you doing here? He like, man, I do this barbering thing, whoopty whoop. I'm like, damn, that's what's up. I instantly went and sat in the chair. Psh, I ain't never seen him cut nothing or nothing. I'm like, this my nigga, you feel me? So I gotta trust him. I know y'all probably can't see my shit. Let me show you. This is how my shit look. So all he gotta do is just line my shit up. You know what I'm saying? The nigga charging $25, for a lineup. I'm giving him 50. You know what I'm saying? This is my man's. So I'm doubling his tip. I'm giving him good reviews. All that. This is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Well, he cut me up that first time, butter. You know what I'm saying? He was my barber. This nigga was my barber for like almost 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying? No cap. And I was going to him every week. You know what I'm saying? So that's $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? That I'm spending with him just on lineups, not cutting my whole head as I got braids too. It's just my front. You feel me? That nigga line my shit up, $50 every time, $200 a month for not even 30 minutes. And on top of that, every time I came to him, because it became a point in time he wasn't working at the barbershop no more. So I used to come to his house and he'd line me up at his crib. Man, I come with blunt, bottles, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this my nigga. You feel me? We be kicking it about shit, all type of shit. Like, this my dog. You feel me? So when he started doing the barbering out his crib, because he said he wanted to do his own thing, when he got to doing it out his crib, I was coming with it, blunts and bottles, flat out. And I'm still paying him $50 every time he lined me up. Psh, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming with the weed and the drink. Roll up a pull up straight up every time. So we blowing and drinking while he lining me up. We talking our shit, all that. Boom, hit him with $50 cash out or cash, whatever. Boom, chop our shit up, going on by my business. Well, this was last year. You know what I'm saying? He ended up hitting him a little lick, right? He hit a lick for 10 bands. He took a picture of the money and sent it to me. I didn't ask him for nothing, none of that shit. I wasn't on nothing, right? He came up on his little lick. He took a picture of it and sent it to me. I don't know why, but that's what he did. So when I opened the picture up, he sent it to me on Facebook in the inbox and the messenger, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, let me get 200. That's what I said. I said, let me get 200. I ain't say 2 bands. I ain't say take me out nowhere, do nothing for. I was like, let me get 200. That nigga left me on red. Not only he left me on red, he unfriended me and everything. I ain't heard nothing else from him. This was a year ago. And mind you, he was my barber for like 8 years straight. He was my barber. You know what I'm saying? Now he don't cut me. We don't kick it. Nothing. All because I asked him for $200 when I was giving him $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, he the one that sent me a picture of the money. What you sent me a picture of this shit for? Like, what was that? You was trying to flex on me or something? Like, what type of shit was that? So I pulled your bluff. I asked for 200. You couldn't even keep it solid for $200 that I was throwing to you every month. On the month, every month. You getting 200 out of me every month. And I'm coming with blunt bottles, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was well more than a fair deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm tipping you $25 every time. You getting a $25 tip every time. And getting fried. So the one and only time I ever came to you, when you the one that fucking sent me a picture of all this money you got. So let me get 2 bills out of that big ass pile you got. Let me get 2 bills real quick. Oh, nah, you smoked me, left me on red. And I told you this was my man's from middle school. He ruined our friendship for $200. And it wasn't like I wasn't breaking no bread with him or nothing, and I just came and asked him for some money one day or nothing like that. This nigga was getting $200 a month out of me for 8 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Blunts, bottles, all of that. You know, we hanging out with the women, all type of shit. Like, this is my homie. He wasn't just my barber. This is my nigga, too. You know what I'm saying? So, we still pulling missions together and everything. And that nigga didn't have a car. So, I always had to come pick him up, drop him off, all of that. Or we'd hang out, all of that shit. It was all on me every time. But this is my man's. I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? This go to show you some people never had shit. You know what I'm saying? And the first time he got something, which was that 10 bands, he couldn't wait to show it to everybody. So he took a picture of it and he sending it to people. You know what I'm saying? He sent it to me. Like, what you sending me this shit for if you ain't gonna give me nothing? What the fuck is you sending me that for? What's your point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I done lost that shit in the casino. That shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I ain't trying to sound like a big baller or nothing like that. Not at all. I'm just saying, like, I lost that type of shit in the casino before, all at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, within 2 hours. Casino smoked me 10 bands. I thought I was that nigga. I came with a 10 ball one night. They smoked me real quick. You feel me? So, I done lost 10 bands at one time. And this nigga uploaded a picture of it and sent it to me. Like, and I wouldn't dare take a picture with that 10 bands that I took in the casino. Like, that was just 10 bands. So what? You know what I'm saying? This nigga took a picture of it and he's sending it to people and shit. So, okay, since you doing that, let me get 200 out of it. Nah, I left a nigga on red. When you they friend, but they not your friend. Perfect example. You know what I'm saying? I had another homie, man, Ace Boogie, right? Another one of the homies I grew up with since we was little kids. You know what I'm saying? On the block, the same shit. I'm talking about niggas on my own crew. So you know I ain't lying. I'm talking about niggas on my own shit. You feel me? Not no figure of speech. I'm talking about my own niggas. I got pictures with, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody know I ain't the one to play with, you know what I'm saying? So this ain't none of that, you feel me? But anyway, this nigga Ace Boogie, right? He was one of the guys that was like wasn't very confrontational. He wasn't big on fighting, none of that type of shit, right? And we in the hood, so it's like you gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? You want a name, you want some respect, you want motherfuckers to respect you, you gotta scrap. You know what I'm saying? Man, long story short, you know, I kept him out of trouble. I made it to, if anybody want anything with him, you gotta come through me. So he got street credit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Real shit. You know, nigga never had to fight or none of that, you know. And he got his credit off of my name. You know what I'm saying? This is my nigga. This is my dog. I did missions with him. You know, we did a bunch of shit together, all that, growing up from boys to men. You know. A couple of years ago, this was 2019. Actually, this was the same year I just told y'all about Smooth, you know, when I said I had to do 90 days. This was right before I went to do that 90 days. So I lost 2 of my homies in the same year. You know what I'm saying? Both of them on some whole nigga shit. You feel me? And I done already told you about one, so here go the second. This is right before I did that 90 days, right? Well, I used Ace Boogie name one time because I had a warrant out for my arrest. You know what I'm saying? A cop pulled me over. I was out in this little city that was out far as hell. I never been there, right? It was Plymouth, Michigan. I never been to Plymouth, Michigan, you know what I'm saying, in my life. But I went out there this one day, right? I got flicked by a cop. I used my man's Ace Boogie name. They wrote me a ticket, sent me out on my way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen Ace Boogie on the block for like 2 days. About that third day, I went to jail, right? I know I could have called him and I could have said something, but we was boys from the block. So the way how we handled our shit, we'd meet on the block and talk because we didn't want to say nothing over the phone. You know what I'm saying? We was on that street code for real. So basically, I'm on the block waiting for him to show up. He didn't show up. I went to jail. Boom, I'm serving 90 days, right? The very next day I get out from that 90 days, I get a call from Plymouth Police Department. You know, I didn't pick up. I don't talk to police. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even answer. They left me a voicemail and said that they was trying to collect some information on a ticket that I had got. What? Okay, now before that, the day that I got out, I called Ace Boogie. I talked to him, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, bro, you know, I had to go to court for that. Whoop-de-whoop. Here's the deal. As I done told y'all before about technology, right? Well, with the technology, they got these body cams. With these body cams, they see everything that's going on, as y'all can see on police body cams. Well, on these body cams, when the cop walk up to you, most of the time they real lazy. They don't want to look you up and all of that shit. So if you don't got no ID on you, or you don't want to give them your ID, you could just make up a name. As long as you know the name, the birth date, and all that shit, they'll take that information, they'll go back to their car, and they'll type the shit in, and they'll just write you a ticket. You know, they won't pull up the person picture or none of that. They'll just write the ticket if what you told them matched their system when they type the name in. So they'll just write you a ticket. Boom, here go your ticket, shoot you on your way. I knew how that game worked because I'm a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I used his name, right? They wrote me a ticket, sent me on my way. I knew the ticket was bogus because it wasn't me. I gave them his name, but I wasn't him. So it's a beatable ticket. All he got to do is go to court and say it wasn't him. They're going to play back the tape from the body cam, show it wasn't him, case dismissed, right? That's exactly what happened. But guess what he did? He went the extra step and said, yeah, that ain't me, but I know who that is. That's this guy, this his name, this his phone number, this when he get out of jail. That's how they knew to call me the next day after I got out of jail. Because he told them when I was getting out of jail. So when I had listened to that voicemail and they like, yeah, you know, we need to talk to you. Mind you, I never been out there. I ain't never got no trouble out there. So they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck they calling me looking for me? Man, I put that 2 and 2 together so quick, he snitched on me. And when I asked him, you know, you could tell he was sick. Like, damn, this nigga caught me. You know, he probably thought he was going to get away with this shit and I wasn't going to find out. But I found out they called me. You know what I'm saying? Man, this shit hurt me to my heart, you know? I had to cut him off. My day one. I got hella pictures with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, me and him was one of the ones that did some of the most shit together. You feel me? And this nigga turned around and snitched on me. Like, when you they friend, but they not your friend. Because all he had to do was just keep his mouth closed. And we could have met up back in the hood. We could have talked about it. Whatever he wanted, I would have gave it to him just for keeping his name solid. That's just how it is in the hood. We use each other name time to time. We do shit like that. You know, everybody know that. If a nigga ain't trying to go to jail and he know one of the homies got a clean record and he get flicked, he use the homie name. And again, it always come back when they go to court, when they come back to body camera. Cause it show on the body camera the person that the cops walked up on wasn't the guy that they seeing who it is. Case dismissed. Half of the time, them cops don't even come to them cases because they know that they gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? They don't even come. They just do it for quotas. You know what I'm saying? And I happen to get off that way. Maybe they was just trying to meet a quota, didn't pull up the face or nothing. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do pull up your face. You know what I'm saying? And some of them don't. I had one that didn't pull up the face. He just wrote me the ticket, sent me on my way. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Beatable case all the way. And it was. He beat it. But he still told on me. Our homeboy got killed back in the day. Back in 2010. Our homeboy got killed. He got killed by some niggas that we know. We know the niggas that killed my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? It was some crazy shit going on. Some, hood warring. Niggas was at war. You feel me? My homeboy got caught up in the crossfire and got smoked. It wasn't for him, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? And it happened. Even the guys that did the shit, they told, they talking, through the phones and shit. You feel me? It wasn't like they met up with us and said this. They calling phones, you know what I'm saying? They saying this on the phone. Like, it wasn't for your man's woo-de-woo. We wasn't even on there. It was just he was there, blah, 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 all of that type of shit. So we knew who it was, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Ace Boogie ain't snitch on them. And them niggas killed our mans. He didn't snitch on them, but he snitched on me about a driving ticket. That was beatable all day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was a murder case and I drug his name into it. It was a damn driving ticket. That's on body camera. That showed that I wasn't him. He don't look nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was dark skinned, had a haircut. I'm brown skin with braids. We don't look shit alike. But a lot of cops, I guess they figure all black guys look the same or whatever, so they really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can hold your composure and you can get them the information that they want, they let it slide and just write you a ticket. Then when the time come to go to court, they don't come to court because they was just there to meet their quota. They met their quota, they straight, fuck court. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to come to court. They don't come to court, case is dismissed, for sure. But if they come to court and they still roll back their camera, the case still dismissed anyway. And the cops know that. That's why a lot of cops don't show up to a lot of the, court dates, especially for shit like that. So my whole point is that shit was 100% beat. All he had to do was come to court. Just like he did, they threw it out. But he went that extra mile to tell on me because I was his friend, but he wasn't my friend. Sad being, you know what I'm saying? My other homeboy, D Money, grew up with him since kids from the block, stayed directly across the street from me. We grew up together all the way up to men, grown men. You know what I'm saying? Always had his back. By the time we became teenagers, he was big in the clubs. He was a party promoter. So he was all in all of the clubs, all downtown, everywhere. His name was growing. He buzzing. What he started doing? He came to the block. He like, I need y'all to start coming to the club with me. We going to the club with, we get in free. Every club. It'd be a good 10 to 15 of us. Every time we go to the club, we all get in free. We go to the bar, we getting drinks. All the women in there talking to us. We basically run half the club. And he was protected. You know what I'm saying? It all worked out. We in there taking pictures. We getting numbers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fucking with us. All that. We go from the block to the club off of him. You know what I'm saying? We boys. Like I said, I got pics with him. You know what I'm saying? I just posted a couple of pics in my post. You know what I'm saying? Of us at the club. He in the picture. You feel me? Listen, we was getting in all the clubs for free. We was doing the damn thing, right? We boys, all right? That's what we on. We boys. You feel me? Years go past. I get out of prison. While I'm in prison, he ended up getting his own lawn care business, cutting grass, shoveling snow, shit like that. He a landscaper. He started his own business. Business doing good. Him and his people that he hired, they never stay for too long. So it always ended up being back on him. But this was one of them times it was just him. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up working with him, right? We working, we doing the thing, right? Everything good. I worked with him for a couple of years. This my boy. Like I said, we grew up together from the block to the club to grown men. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of prison. I need a job. He gave me a job to work with his company. Now, he was paying me like $13 an hour. And it was just me and him. We was doing a 4-man job, 2 men doing a 4-man job. And this is what we was doing every single day. And I was cool with it because I knew this my man's, he need to build up his business, things like that. I'm not here to step on him. He gonna, boost me up when the time come. I'm not one of them. I wasn't looking for no handout. I was putting in my work. I kept my mouth closed. I stayed down. I did all of it. And I know he making thousands of dollars every job that we doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not getting nothing. I'm getting crumbs out of it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just me and him working. It ain't like it's a team of us and I'm sitting around like, oh, this is my man, so I don't gotta do shit or nothing like that. It's just me and him. A 4-man job, and it's just 2 of us working. You know what I'm saying? I stayed down, kept my mouth closed. About a year go by. I'm like, man, let me get a raise, He like, what you want the raise to be? I'm like, just raise me $1. Take me to 14 an hour. I'd be cool with that. So I drew all that out, how much money I'd be making by the month with that. Even though it wasn't much of a raise, but that's just what I was on. I was just trying to move up the ladder, slowly but surely, Long story short, he ain't even give me that. He wouldn't even give me a $1 raise. And I'm doing a 2-man job for his business. It ain't like my name attached to his business and I'm going to get any benefits from it or anything like that. This totally him. I'm just an employee. You know what I'm saying? And he scraping me. You feel me? So I stayed humble, kept working, doing what I had to do. And one day came, it was over the summer. There was 100 degrees on this day. I remember. It was a Friday. I didn't even think we was going to work because it was that hot that day. But he said, fuck that. We got to work, right? Knowing we shouldn't be working because it's too hot. That's too hot of a day to even be cutting grass. You could burn up people's grass like that. But he took the chance because he had plans for that weekend. And basically, I guess he wanted to take that money with him. So he took the chance and said, fuck it, we gonna do this because I need to be out of town with my wife by tomorrow morning type shit. So, okay. We get out there, we working. I got this big ass reef blower on my back, 100 degrees, sun beating down on me. I'm hot as fuck. This nigga riding around on the damn lawnmower, he whooped right up on me. Hurry up. hold up, who is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And this my homie. But we out here in suburban land. I'm not gonna be on that ghetto shit out here. So I finished the job, waited till we got in the truck. I cut right into him. He ain't had nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? He just drove off and we didn't talk no more. That was the last day I worked with him. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just giving me my money and being done, he made me wait 2 weeks, spend me around 2 weeks for a little $400-500 check. You know what I'm saying? This is my homie. But it just go to show when you they friend, but they not your friend. It ain't no beef with none of these guys, you know, that I spoke on. And like I said, these are my homies that I grew up with, you know. I just had to go ahead and put it out there on the floor. Because everybody already know how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't none of that, you know. I'm just being real with my audience and just telling y'all, you know, you would think that it'd be your same friends, the people you closest to, had your best interest, but really they the furthest thing from you because they know it's in you to be something great and they don't want to see you past them. Some people like that, you know? And in my case, with my homies, that's what it was. They didn't want me doing better than them. So all of them was quick to downgrade me, degrade me. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for me to try and level up and come up with a better play to do different things. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't share their interests with me. But when it came to some gang banging shit, gang, all of that, you know, going to run, pull missions on niggas, hop out on niggas and shit, go to niggas' parties and shut they shit down. And, you know, when it was time to do all that gang shit, it was always on the floor. But when I'm on some like, look, let's boss up. Let's take our chances and make some fucking money. We take these chances every day out here on the block. Just on the block every day. We taking chances just being out here every day. Knowing half the city beefing with us because with them niggas that started this shit, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas brought all this fucking heat to the hood. So just us being posted up on blocks over here, we subject to get shot at any time. So if we could do that every day on the day, why we can't go to the casino and make some real cheese? Why we can't do nothing the legit way? You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't share the same interests. And you know, the same thing with, like I said, with D-Money, you know. He was trying to rush me because he was trying to meet his schedule, you know, so that him and his wife can be out on the plane the next morning on time and he done did everything he wanted to do. But he ain't think nothing to me. All he thought about was himself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already doing a double man job and I'm not even getting paid right. But you want me to rush in 100-degree weather with the sun beating down on us because you trying to meet your schedule. I don't care what type of position you got. I will come cut your motherfucking head off. And that's exactly what I did. I got right on his ass when we got in that truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, he know who I am. He know how I'm coming. He done seen me put in work. He know exactly who the fuck I am. I'm his fucking bodyguard when we in them clubs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why you playing with me like that? You feel me? Like, you telling me to hurry up and all this shit. Like, when you know this ain't that, why you playing it? Why you playing that in front of these people property? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you making me feel like I'm one of your slave owners. One of your slaves or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we mans. What type of time you on? But again, this just go to show you when you they friend, but they not your friend. And like I said, we got pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just take pictures with anybody. You see me in any pictures with anybody, they was close to me. I don't just take pictures with everybody. That's why I don't got a lot of young hood pictures back in the day. I got some pictures, and I'm be uploading all of them, but I don't got a lot like how a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't just taking pictures with anybody. The people that got pictures with me is some members. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that I spoke on is people I got pictures with. Some members. So this ain't no fraud ass live. This is Mr. Roll Up being real with y'all and telling y'all 9 times out of 10, it's your own friends that's your biggest enemies. That's just what it is. They don't want to see you do no better. They content with where you at and who you is and whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Is fucked up. Peace and wisdom. My nigga Ant Dog, yeah, you know. Since back in them days, you already know. And it. Look, for everybody watching, one of my homies in the comment section, he know. Everybody I named, he know. And he know I ain't lying. You feel me? This is proof right here. My own homie know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real nigga shit, It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It be your own homies that be against you. You know what I'm saying? Your own homies. But like I said, with my crew, we split apart. We all living our life. We all doing our thing. It ain't no beef or nothing. It was just, everybody played their parts and roles, and, we all split apart. We all doing our thing. But one thing I can say is this, right? Everybody on my crew is great parents. All of them. You know what I'm saying? They all, especially, well, all of my homies, they all got daughters. You know what I'm saying? But some of them got sons too. So they are girl dads for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a girl dad. So it's like, that's one thing for sure I can give us, It was just a time came, we had outgrew each other. You know what I'm saying? We had to move on. And whatever our reason was, it wasn't cool. It wasn't nothing that I was down with, but it was just time for us to all separate. And we all had our reasons why we separated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for nobody or none of that. I know where everybody is. I know how to get in touch with anybody on anything, It's just we outgrew each other. You know what I'm saying? We moved our own way. When these was guys that I was on the block with 24/7, now I don't see them no more. I don't know what they got going on, where they at, nothing, I mean, again, it ain't nothing to reach out and touch somebody, but we all grown. We all went our ways and, we doing our thing. So that's one thing I can salute. Like I said, niggas did some fake shit, and I left niggas alone. But I definitely give niggas the fact that, they stand up fathers, we all alive, we all healthy. You know what I'm saying? I can get that too. Because a lot of niggas in our hood was dying. But my crew, we all made it out, So definitely salute on that. We not young no more. That time came and went, We did what we was supposed to do. We had hella fun. You know what I'm saying? I got way more stories to bring to y'all about shit we was doing, And I'm going to start doing interviews too with the homies from the way, and they can tell y'all everything I was saying is the straight truth, It's all coming. I got a lot coming. All y'all got to do is stay tuned. It's going to get real, you feel me? And I'm going to be through the way showing y'all what was going on, such and such area. I got a lot coming, So just stay tuned. You feel me? It's been another live stream of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.